We started our second day in Sydney with a hearty breakfast at the Menzies and then proceeded to walk to the train station for a ride to the museum station in Hyde Park, the oldest public parkland in Australia. The 40-acre park is located in the central business district of Sydney. Our first stop was at the Anzac War Memorial, completed in 1934. It is the main commemorative military monument of Sydney. It was designed by C. Bruce DeLeet, with the exterior adorned with monumental figural reliefs and sculptures by Rainer Hoff. This is one of the two 10-meter-long bronze reliefs over the east and west doors. These two sculptures illustrate the functions and activities of elements of the Australian Imperial Force overseas. Detail of monumental sculptures and reliefs. The main focus of the interior is Rainer Hoff's monumental bronze sculpture of a deceased youth representing a soldier, held aloft on his shield by a caryatid. Three female figures representing his mother, sister, and wife. Looking up through the well of contemplation. Views of the ground level and the main hall. Boots worn by David Sabin during his 12-month tour of duty, which included the Battle of Long Tan in Vietnam. Modern buildings surround the Centenary Park. Ove is standing in front of a memorial that pays tribute to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who have defended Australia. The monument is composed of 4 7-meter-tall bullets standing beside 3 fallen shell casings. An inscription reads, "We remember those fallen, we honor those standing." Unveiled in 1857, the Hyde Park obelisk was the first special sewer ventilation shaft built in Sydney and New South Wales, and is the only example of a sewer vent shaft constructed of sandstone within the Sydney water system. The Egyptian-style sphinxes and serpents adorn the obelisk. Monument to Captain James Cook, erected to commemorate Cook's discovery of the east coast of Australia in 1770. Behind us, the impressive fig-lined avenue leading to the Archibald Fountain. The Archibald Fountain is named after J.F. Archibald, owner and editor of the Bulletin magazine, who bequeathed funds to have it built. It commemorates the association of Australia and France in World War I. The artist chosen was François-Léon Sigard, who completed it in Paris in 1926, but never saw the sculpture be placed in Sydney, where it was unveiled on 14 March 1932. St. Mary's Cathedral is dedicated to the Immaculate Mother of God, Help of Christians, and Patroness of Australia. Its imposing structure and twin spires make it a landmark from every direction. The architecture is typical of the Gothic revival of the 19th century. Statues of St. Mary of the Cross and of Pope St. John Paul II. Cathedral Square. Entrance to the Cook and Phillip Park Aquatic and Fitness Center. Following are pictures and video clips I captured when I visited the park the day before. This is the second of two Fraser drinking fountains donated to the city by John Fraser, MLC, a wealthy businessman and philanthropist. The fountains were installed in 1881 and 1884 respectively. monument of Major General Lachlan Macquarie, considered by many as the father of Australia. Queen's Square is the location of two statues, one of Queen Victoria and the other of Albert, the good prince consort of Queen Victoria. This mosaic and relief set into the ground is a memorial to Francis Greenway, convict architect responsible for many of the surrounding buildings. The Hyde Park Barracks Museum was designed by Francis Greenway between 1818 and 1819 and was originally built to house convict men and boys. St. James Church is an Anglican parish church consecrated in February 1824. It was designed in the style of a Georgian town church by the transported convict architect Francis Greenway. Painting by Francis Greenway of a mock trial in Newgate Prison, Bristol, 1812. Construction of the Sydney Tower took 6 years and was completed in 1981 at a cost of $26 million. Stabilized by 56 cables long enough to stretch from Sydney to New Zealand, the tower also features a 162,000-liter water tank. This is the primary damping system, which also acts as a stabilizer for the entire building. Our Sydney Tower Eye experience allowed us to capture great panoramic vistas of Sydney as well as pictures of its many iconic buildings, bridges and monuments. Looking out over Sydney all the way to the Blue Mountains or Tasman Sea, the Sydney Tower's 420 windows are cleaned by Charlie, a semi-automatic window cleaning machine.